Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to our fifth episode of PulseAsianTV. Just to let everybody know that actually today's episode five is actually a rescheduled episode from last week because due to some technical error, and usually it's done by my partner MacB to do all the console. So as a lot of people know, in Philippines there are like typhoons going around. But unfortunately, that is something that is going through in town with MacB as well. So here I am today, and once again, welcome everyone. Thank you for watching if you are here. But and what are we going to talk about today? And it's going to be a little bit different because in every episode we basically talk to different builders in the space. So a lot of them they comes with a different business model, different business positioning, and different thoughts and leadership in the space. Without further ado, and if you are in it to want to know more about the space, stay tuned. And if you have anything that you like to comment, feel free to do so, right? Because we are all doing it like for everybody to have an interaction or just a casual talk, something that hopefully can enlighten people. If they are already in the space, feel free to reach out. If you are not in the space yet, but you want to explore, definitely this is something that you could watch and get a thing or two, right? So without further ado, let us invite our very important invited guest today. So he's basically the founder of KazePay, right? His name is Ben Chong, and he's also known as the BNB Malaysia captain, right? So let's welcome a big round of applause, right, to Mr. Ben.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi Ben, can hear you
Hi,
definitely.
hi Asian, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
GM,
How are you doing?
great. Yeah, just fly back from Europe and go to Hong Kong and back to Malaysia.
Wow, so you've been traveling around. So what have you been doing right there?
I'm go there to mingle, meet some Web3 friends, and promoting Case Pay, let people know how to build mass adoption for crypto. So that's all we do.
I see. So, okay, Ben. So this is thank you first of all as the host of Pulsation TV. Thank you for reaching out and also joining us in this stream, right? And we really appreciate every builders in the space who are trying to contribute their effort, whether it's big or small, to grow the industry, right? So this
Yep,
is what we are doing all together. So just to let everybody know, this is not a shield, not a paid promotion. There's
yep.
no paid promotion. We are all doing it by organically. We are all contributing our own time and effort in order to let more people know about the space, right? So Ben, um, please do a self introduction.
Hi everyone, my name is Ben. So appreciate that. It's my honor to join for the Pulse Asian and to meet Asian as a host to invited me sharing more, talking more about case pay or Ben myself. So I would take it like friend chat, the feelings like that, because I want to share more about my opinions. But before that, yeah, I'm Ben, and I have 10 years experience in this industry, and I buy BNB in $4 and Ethereum in $80 back to 2017. And yeah, I go through at least two bear and bull markets, and still here, still survive and building stuff. Especially KazePay is a 3 years old product, and also
Maybe.
my best son, my best kid right now,
Yeah.
and I'm incubating. So this is what I'm doing. And in another hand, I'm building a communities in Malaysia, which is the name called CH90 DAO. I appreciate and I believe that community is asset in especially in Web3. We without people say that decentralized, right? So it's actually is multi-centralized to make it build this stuff successful together. So this is what we're trying to build. When I scaling Binance in Malaysia, when I sharing Web3 e- education in Malaysia, it's very early stage. People think that it's game, but right now people starting to understand it. So it's good.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for letting us know. But before we go into like a little bit in depth on what you do, how about give us some more stunning insights of your crypto journey? Like you mentioned that you bought big BNB.
Mhm.
What was the price that you bought in back then?
$4.
$4. Wow, that's like so cheap. Was it like after the ICO?
Yeah.
So it's like
The ICO is actually 0 point something, 0.1, like 1
10
uh,
cents.
CNY per BNB.
Oh,
It's
one
0 point,
CNY.
yeah, which is 0.17 US dollar per token.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. So how much was the BNB raised for during the ICO stage?
20, the whole tokens issue is 200 million.
Okay.
Yeah. So I bought in secondary market, so I
Get
didn't
into ICO. It's like
yeah.
about a year after, right?
No. It's the same year. It's the same year
Oh,
in
it's during the
2015.
same year. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But you have been like looking at it before you get into it. Like you have been like monitoring BNB during the ICO stage, and then when you get into it, it's like already in the secondary. Is that right?
No.
Oh no.
I buy in secondary. I know Binance in secondary.
I see. So that's when you got started to know more into crypto. Was that your first crypto?
No, my first crypto is Bitcoin.
Oh,
It's
okay,
Bitcoin.
cool.
So I buy my first Bitcoin is in the same years is 2017,
Uh-huh.
but the price is 8,000,
Okay.
and he grow up to 19,000, and
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in the same time that when the tokens drop, which means I purchased the price in the same is the BNB go to $4 that time.
Wow. So that's when you started first with Bitcoin and then back in 2017. Okay. So
Yes.
let's hear a bit more about your personal crypto journey first, yeah?
Mhm.
So do share to us that what was your biggest take throughout this journey? Like how much did you make the most in number of gains, a number X of gains? You don't have to tell the amount.
Okay.
And what was your biggest downfall and challenges in the space as well?
The largest gain is based on the amount. I think 50x,
Oh, 50.
50, 50x
Within how long?
within um half years. Sorry,
Six
half years,
months. Wow.
six
Okay.
months.
No,
And the
that's
all-time high
pretty good.
is like every day you just own a Lamborghini. Yeah, you know, like when you wake up, oh, you can buy one more new Lamborghini, and another way, oh, another day, one more new Lamborghini. So it's keep consistently like, oh, is
Like
that a
pumping.
money?
Yeah.
Is that a money? Is that real? You're starting to see that you can't imagine that when you are not that rich, but you get the funds that is grow in your in the phone, and
Mhm,
it's showing up like,
mhm.
oh, 1 million like that. Crazy.
Yeah, I believe that because I've been through it with hacks also. So it's like totally um, the kind of feeling you couldn't explain, right? It's like every day you wake up, wow, your figure just pump, right? And it
Yeah.
keeps on pumping during the bull. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the kind of feeling we all experience for being in the space. So this is the importance of being a first mover advantage and being early, right? But anyhow, I believe that we are still early, and because we are only so tiny compared to like the whole the world, right?
Yep.
So okay, so that was your biggest gains, right? Your MADX gains 50x in 6 months. Then what about some challenges that you can never forget, that you think that even though it's something that could be really painful, but it's something that is really worth it to take a note, and something that you wouldn't regret because it anyhow it's a journey, right? It's a lesson. in the space.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I believe DeFi.
Hmm.
So I putting most of the asset, and not every, because we still have central exchange. Most of the assets put it in DeFi, which means I put it in MetaMask. I put it in some others wallet. So one day, uh, I'm a communities. I'm the founders of CH90, right?
Yep.
So it's been last bull markets. People who trying to engage the communities. They're asking for, hey, I want the community to promote our projects. So can you help me to filter? Can you help me to see how much I can pay for you for this all those marketing filters? So I, as a founders, I have the responsible to filter all the projects, and only that I can bring it out to the communities. So they know who I am, and they
Hmm.
target us, targeting me. First, they text me in Telegram, and they're asking for the marketing
A paid
and
promotion. Yeah.
yes, and he sent me the projects. So I don't reply them for private DM, but they keep following up, and I feel that it's quite so sincerely that, oh hey, chase me back. So I starting to check the background. Oh, it's a legit project. Other
How
that,
do you define legit back then?
I know the name, the projects that I already studied before,
Uh-huh.
and the project is legit because the projects in the markets already there. You
Been
know,
a while. Been
it's
been
been a
been
while.
there a while. Okay.
Yes, yes, and they have news, they have everything. So he sent me the things, okay. And second, when I starting to see, okay, show me more details. So in that time, he give me a link, okay, which is a file. You need to key in the password, okay. That time I didn't realize that I have any risk, and it didn't have any risk, okay. Just key in the normal password, everything's legit. They give it the like what you send us normally, like a projects, profiles, logos, everything's okay. So pass, it's quite legit. Second time he sent me another files, still with password, and still nothing. Okay, third time when he doing the same things, and I key in the same things with another password, and suddenly my desktop blink, blackout 1 second,
Wow.
and I starting to realize that shit, something happened, and I
Uh-huh.
don't care everything. I just shut down, but my phone, they're starting to come out with the notifications, you know.
It's like your
So
assets is being sent. Da, 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 da,
how
da, da, da,
many
da.
Ethereum, how many blah blah blah, sending,
Holy
sending,
shit.
sending, sending, sending. Even I
That's a
close.
nightmare, brother. That's a nightmare. Yeah.
Within 30 minutes, I think I lost. Some people, their entire life, they can't earn the monies that I lost within the
Damn.
30 minutes.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
So in front there, I'm staying in the 12th floor of the condo. And in front there, they have a balcony.
Balcony.
Yes.
Don't do
And
anything stupid.
that time,
Yeah.
I really think that what the fuck I'm doing there, because I can use this, spend good life with my friends and family. I can go to everywhere that I business class everywhere.
Hmm.
Why I put it there and contribute to the fuckers? Okay, but the good things is I have a teams CH90 moderators, which
Hmm.
is 12 people. They join in these moments, and some people they have the deaf background and help me to search, trace, and see how can I get the funds back, or I can send, I can get back my NFTs or etc. So They calm me down. They didn't say anything, just online and with me and just stay there. So it's calmed me down a lot and it's helped a lot. And I will calm and I starting to back to real life. And yeah, I need to find some things. It's not only just invest on the amount there, and I need to make some things happens to get it consistently business, which is
Mm,
can gain revenue
mm,
instead of just invest.
mm. I totally get what you mean. So basically, you have encountered a biggest fraud in the in your life back then, right? So you lost a lot of money, and then I assume that you were using like a decentralized wallet and then connected to their so-called D apps, right? Was that what happened?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So the moment you connected and it blinked for a bit, and then you realize that, oh shit, all the money is like being sent out, all the assets that you have. So this is indeed something that is quite happening, quite common in the market right now. Like a lot of people that,
yes,
that they reach you out on DMs in Telegram or sometimes on X, previously known as Twitter. And I think in the world of crypto or web free, but too many scam frauds happening around as well, right?
yeah,
So we all are careful, safety precautions, browse and connect our wallet to something, and always be, if you are unsure whether that decentralized application is safe to connect or not, burner wallet. What do we mean by a burner wallet? Meaning to say you create a new using a device that doesn't store your core wallet's seed phrases or have access to it, right? So this is how we protect ourselves. So these scammers out there, they see people with this kind of vulnerability, right? That's how they take the opportunity to drain our wallets. So in fact, I also had a friend that basically made money because of hacks as well, also around 1 million. And then what happened was a few years ago, one day he woke up and then he checked his wallet, it's like empty. And then he suddenly and texted me and say, hey agent, can you help me check my wallet? I don't know what happened with it. So when I looked at it, I was like, hey, your assets was being sent out. So he was like, how? I did not connect to anything. I did not connect to anything. I didn't even go to anywhere during that day, that few days, right? So what happened was, I mean, in the suspect of what we could think of is sometimes when you go out, you might have connected some public Wi-Fi, right? And you might
yeah.
have your seed phrase if you have stored in your phone, right? Which is something that we shouldn't happen and shouldn't do it. Screenshots or notes or in your chats, don't do that, right? The 12-word seed phrase is very important because when you connect to a public Wi-Fi or you back out on your iCloud, sometimes you can get your data leaked, and that could be the reason why your assets will be gone one day, right? So this is something that we have all heard it. I'm sure you have friends also kena before, right? Just that
Of
the
course,
amount could be different. Yeah, there's too
of course.
many. So um, this is something that it's just like in the real world, we have like those thief, the pickpockets. Your wallet is in your pocket, right? But you are not careful enough and it's being pickpocketed away. So by having a physical wallet and having a decentralized wallet is basically something that we have it decentralized because it's in our own custody. But there are still exposures to risk where it could be drained, it could be stolen or hacked by people if you somehow uh, unintentionally allowed them to do that. So this is something that we need to be extra
I,
careful
I,
to
I
all.
would say this is a philosophy when we realize that when
Yeah,
we all in define the define thoughts
the world of
mindset, the
DeFi.
world the what we call um the when you vision that the world will be in DeFi in the futures, actually you need to back to the real life and you realize that you need to have both, right?
Yeah, of
So
course.
sometimes you will be luckily that, oh, luckily I have a centralized wallet
Yeah,
that
I mean,
help me
somehow,
to lock it that they can't drain it, right? Sometimes when the centralized wallet doing some things like FTX, so you like be, oh, I'm lucky I use DeFi. But
yeah.
sometimes when the DeFi like DeFi stable coin is not that stable, and you will say that, oh, the
Luckily, I have fiat.
fiat back stable coin is very stable, right?
Yeah.
So in the same time, this is a philosophy that how to balance it between regulations and also the freedom. I mean, both we need to know, is that really we want to go the path of the DeFi, or we come up with um, one the name called C DeFi, or like multi-centralized. So they will be very important for us to share about that case. So yeah, you share this case page. You want to like, how can I advertise that? Just like you say,
No,
if you
just
see
follow
that
the
you
flow. I mean,
deposit the funds, you can
yeah,
connect wallets or you can deposit on a custody wallet. So yeah, I
yeah.
mean, there's always have two ways, but two ways you need to know. Even you are an expert in DeFi, you will see many people think they is an expert in DeFi, they're still gone to zero after,
Hmm,
because
hmm,
they have 1,000 ways to hack your funds in DeFi. But DeFi is really your freedoms that you can own your own asset in this in internet money. So this is the only ways that we will go through there. But how, and how the awareness that can be gained, as like what Alvin shared just now, how to protect the assets in different way. But even you say, oh, you need to put in the the offline wallets, but you you leak your offline wallet. Example, you lost your offline wallet and you leak your phrase, even you get the offline wallet. That's the things that they have always 100 or 1,000 ways to make you lose your funds.
yeah,
How? So the only things is you need to decentralize your way to put in the different ways. At sometimes you go to the travel, you put your money in the pockets, you put the money in your back pockets, and also shoes, and also handbags, everywhere. This decentralize your money, which is you will be, anything happens, at least you have some in other way. So
yeah.
this
This is
the
what we call a backup funds, right? Like keep it
yeah,
safely everywhere.
yeah,
So you
yeah,
can't be losing it all, right? So that's a safety precautions, safety measures that could be taken. But like what Ben was sharing, so there are many different incidents that could happen in the world, right? So uh, there's a very good saying about it. We don't put all eggs in one basket. So basically, X is the asset, the US dollar back asset, can be USDT, can be any fiat back or whatever. Don't put it in one, right? We need to diversify. We can put one here, put one there, one in our fiat, one in our traditional bank for our lifestyle expenses, one in our DeFi wallet, right? Decentralized wallet for us to store it, and some of them for us to, a lot of people have been like farming airdrops, farming for launch pool kind of thing. Yeah, use
yep,
that, right? So another portion is in your centralized exchange where if you have any fiat transactions and all. But right now, one of the key highlight of today's episode is KazePay. So um, I think that was a very good actual real case sharing that somehow leads us to this, right? We have no intention of any scripted, no such thing. You're just purely just blending, talking to each other, right, Ben? So
yeah,
that was a very good things that has to be reminded always to everybody who are listening to this live stream, or you are new or you are in the space. Always be reminded to be extra careful, to make sure to store your assets well. Yeah. So if you are very actively exploring like fraud links or something that you are unknown, right, then have to use a safety phone to do that, to do your money financial related activities. So Ben, let's tell us more about KazePay. Like, first question, uh before you tell me what is KazePay about, tell me what makes you wanna start a crypto payment? What makes you want to do this?
Okay. Uh, I have a community before, as I say, CH90 down,
Mm-hmm.
and when you how why I starting this the key point is when I starting realize some of my communities that trying to use P2P off ramping and get frozen by bank uh, of their bank account.
How come?
So because we don't know the source of fund when they're doing P2P, go through any exchange, centralized exchange, and the funds flow. We know the funds is stable coin in crypto, but we don't know the source of fund from the fiat side is how many hands and what is the funds is do the funds safe and do the funds have get reported, so it's easily to get frozen by the bank without any reason first until they find out the reasons. So even you do nothing, you just off ramping. First of all, you telling the police that, oh, I'm off ramping P2P selling USDT. Police don't know what is USDT back to few years before.
Mm-hmm.
Second, events that get frozen, they have nothing to share about more because this is we don't know the source of fund and we can't explain that, oh, I'm doing some business in traditional way, that business to business, that send funds to others or send salaries, everything. There's only crypto to fiat. So when the more people, the more communities get frozen of their bank account, and are starting to realize that, yeah, even you earn a lot from crypto, you off ramp when you off ramping, you get frozen is equal to zero, right? And second,
It's like you being hacked. Same
it's
thing.
the same things. It's the same things.
Right.
And the second thing is when these things happens, people will starting to scare because they thought this is a scam things. And when they share this information outside, oh, I doing P2P and get frozen, oh, the funds will be scammed and you are doing a scam things. And I blacklisted by example, I blacklisted by the bank, which means I am doing some scam things. So do the real the facts is that crypto is a scam, makes these things become a scam, feels like a scam. So if I can come up with a solutions, really let people easily to spend crypto and also become more safety, not going through your bank account, and you can spend it easily and you can use crypto in real life, is that another way that we can help our communities to against this, and we can very proud to say, yes, crypto, you can spend it in real life. So this is a big, huge mass adoptions that we can do both educations and adoptions. So when this come out in my mind, and I starting to find what is the solutions. Of course, peer to peer go through, which is I scan the QR code with a BSC scan, BSC BP20 or ERC20, is the fastest and is the safest. But most of the merchant, they don't use it, right? They don't accept crypto. So
Yep.
the only ways that we can make it mass adoptions is we merging crypto with the merchant network like MasterCard network or Visa network. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the only ways back to a few years before that we can start. So I trying to build a team, and I chat with my one of my friends that have 20 years experience in banking industries, and I say, can we come up with these solutions? So yes, and we started this journey.
Yeah, I think that's pretty awesome because you realize the problem and that it has a definitely a demand from your community alone, and eventually this will be a demand by many in the crypto space, right? Because a lot of people they get involved, they want to know, hey, how do I turn my fiat into crypto? So when you make money in crypto, right, then you want to think about how do I off ramp into fiat to pay for my lifestyle, right? You have to pay for your mortgage, you have to pay for your food, you have to pay for your entertainment, and so on. So I think having a crypto card that works with a very popular network, merchant network like Visa or Mastercard, this is definitely a wise choice, right? Because they already have like strong brand presence in the world. A lot of people knows about it, and basically any merchants with a payment method, most likely they will have the adoption to allow people to pay with a Visa, right? So it's
Yes.
gonna be like internationally. So regardless of where you are from, you could be from Philippines, anywhere, as long as the place, the merchant that you are going to spend your money around, if they have a Visa or Mastercard, I assume that KazePay has you have the ability to spend money over there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that is pretty cool. I love the idea because I am personally a case pay holder as well, by the way, just letting people know. So
Yep.
I've been using it for a bit when especially when I go to overseas, and it's really convenient. Yeah, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I need to prepare that I need to convert some of my cash from my country to a foreign country of where I'm going. So you just basically have your USDT ready, and you can just top up to your card, and then you can spend it already. So it's pretty convenient. So for a lot of people that are travelers these days, or they go out traveling a lot to for business trips, KazePay is one of your best option right there. So definitely, if you want to know more, you can check it out. We have a QR code right there. Okay, so before we go into a little bit more in depth, having Mr. Ben to maybe showcase us a bit more, I would like to ask something like, because in a way you are a builder in the space, right? But you are providing solutions for the people in the web3, correct, to off ramp. So aside from that, what else do you have in mind, like aside from being a crypto card? Because right now in the market we know that there are so many crypto cards out there, there are so many different brands. So how do you have a competitive advantage, right? We have heard about the product market fit, and we do agree that it has market fit right there. So what about what's your yeah to
Sorry, it's a bit lagging, but yeah, uh, I can hear you. So let me answer the. Is that smooth?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So thanks, Asian. Yeah, for for my perspective, I would say that when I started CasePay, I already realized that in the market will be a lot of payment solutions or crypto cards in the market in the futures. So when I starting CasePay, I'm not trying to build one of our brand, our own brand. I'm trying to build a marketplace to welcome other crypto card providers to build on top of our platforms. So instead of we are only or specific payment card solutions, you can just understand us like a crypto card Airbnb. So Airbnb didn't have any houses or home, but they have the largest houses in the world to rent. So that's how to build a win-win situations between the multiple crypto card products and CasePay. I know that if I come up with our own products, building with our own brands is more likely to build a brand loyalties, but it will become more competitive with others companies. And I come from a normal Web3 user. I'm not the big whale like we have like 100 or 1,000 Bitcoin. holders in my hand, and I'm not the 2012 OG like some of the people stay in, like Dujin, like Hobbies founders, like OKX, all those stuff. They can easily get enter the market with huge announcements, spend a lot of marketings, but not me. So if I want to start with the competitive, I need to come up with how I can partner with them. And the fastest way that we can start is not building our own products, because crypto is growing fast. And if you want to get a own license like Visa members or MasterCard members, it takes at least 1.5 years to kickstart, and you spend more than $1 million for that. If you want to kickstart a business in Web3 with one and more than 1 million and more than 1 years, is really not, it's not make sense at all. So just come from marketing, come from brand, come from community stuff, based on the community growth first. So we grow from that, and we provide one product, two product, three product, four product. So I give you an example. How can I be more competitive or the advantage? When we have only one product, we have zero advantage. But if we have 5, 10, or 20 products, and people they start to choose what is the best card in best crypto cards that I can use in Europe, in Asia, in South America, they if we have a choice, they can come up with different products that maybe the best rate in Europe is A cards, the best rate in Latam is B cards. So people can starting to choose instead of one brand, one locations, one cards, right? So this is the things. How if I can come up with 20 cards, 30 cards, or 40 cards? We're starting to specific locations, localize it, and second, we're starting to feel those cards is more flexible with A miles. Those cards with more flexible with cashback or petrol. They always have the same mechanism in Web 2, but we bring it to Web 3. We partner with some cards already built some very good connection or relationship with different accommodations. So this will help us a lot. And on top of that, let's say some cards that are available for A mouse or launch. On top of that, we have a huge volume because we are a marketplace. We can starting to request a grant from different blockchains. So the grants from different blockchain they give us, because we have 20 cards, and the usage is will grow as fast as possible when they give the airdrops or give the rebates. So on top of the amounts, on top of the launch benefits, they still can get rebate from some blockchains like the tokens of, let's say, BNB, APT, Ethereums, etc. So we can partner with different foundations. So this will be one of our USP when the times go further, and there will be more and more.
Awesome. So instead of being enemy, why not form alliance and be friends, right?
Yeah.
So that's the best thing about this.
One example like Pulse Chain, right?
Yeah.
If I can integrate with Pulse Chains further, and this is in our bucket list in our
Awesome.
roadmap.
That's good.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
if we put it and we just share to Pulse Foundations that, hey, do you give us some airdrops, and we can just give us to our user who deposit stable coins on Pulse Chain. So we will gain a lot of user starting to know Pulse Chain and starting to use Pulse Chain. This is one of the adoptions for what I want to do. And one thing's, different countries they have different consensus. So let's say the most of the Japanese, they will very the consensus is ADA consensus, ADA Cardano is bigger than Ethereum. So if I can get ADA tokens foundations to get airdrops, I will focus on Japan's markets, right? So even more specific in different countries to do the airdrops.
Mhm.
This is what.
So basically, it can cater to different native. It depends on what kind of campaign that could be done, lah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is some ally that was going on. So have you been like doing this? Have you kickstarted with anything? Like I think I heard from you before. You are doing this with AppPulse, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Aptos
so how does
Foundation
it work?
give us a 100K grant,
Mm-hmm.
that 100K grants of APTs,
Mm-hmm.
that if user that deposit using stablecoin like USDT and USDC in go through anyways the others platforms to KazePay, and when you spend it, you will get a certain rebate of APT.
But the stable coins have to be on AppToS or what?
The stablecoin must be in Aptos.
So basically, the users, they if they want to get this rebate, they have to bridge their USDT to Aptos first, and then use Aptos to top up to their account in KazePay.
Yes,
Is that right?
yes. Or they're using centralized exchange deposits directly
Yeah,
through the Aptos chain. Yeah.
makes sense. Makes sense. Awesome. Okay, so now that we know there are quite some interesting campaign that could be doing around with many different projects or chain, right? So can you maybe share us in that how does it really look like in your case pay? Yeah,
Oh,
do you mind like
sure.
sharing a screen? Then we have a better picture.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Give you a second.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you see my share screen? Okay.
Yep. Done.
So basically, this is our apps. And for right now, if we are using web apps, you can add to home screen, and also you can bind with Telegram bots. So I show you when you log in, you can just click this for to KazePay bot. So you can bind it with KazePay bot, and or else you can just log in like that. And this is an app when you click deposits. Is very simple that we support 7 chain, USDT and USDC. We have a Solana, Aptos, Tron, Base, Avalanche, Arbitrums for now.
Wow.
So
Looking forward to see Pulse
yeah,
chain right
yeah,
there.
yeah. It might be here, but yeah, let's see how. Okay, I'm excited as well. So if Pulse community, you can just aware of this information first. Okay,
Yep. Yep.
so if you are going through the cards as the aggregators, we have few products right now. We have K Star, Case OG, Case Up, Case Sky, Case Way. So how to differentiate it? You can just click the user scenario, and let's say Apple Pay, Google Pay, suitable for dining, post payments, or etc. So this is one of the usage. Let's say the OG is best for privacy. So the privacy means that you can protect your own identity. It will be more privacy for yourself if you want to become, I mean, um, protective of your identities. So this is one of the products that we provide. Okay, and also we have Case Up, and Case Up that they can more focus on online education and courses. It's not that means you cannot use in other way, but there if you want to use for educations, this will be the best choice. So for gamings like stream, you want to doing some buying some weapons on stream on Dota 2 or like any things that you can use this case guide, okay,
Mhm.
as well. And Caseway is more focused on AI subscriptions. You can top up for cloud services, Netflix, etc. But yeah, this is one of the hidden message that we didn't share here. That people, if you like to, uh, you know, um, subscribe some adult contents like
All
fans.
right.
Most of the cards in the market right now is not supported, but Case Sky is available. So uh,
Okay.
yeah, it depends on your needs. We will come up with more specific usage in this different scenario. So we have few products here right now, and we also have physical cards. If you want to get a physical card, you need to send our delivery address, pay for crypto, key in KYC, etc. So we'll get it. So in front of this, we have virtual and physical cards here. Okay, and if you see this QR pay, is not the QR pay like what MetaMask or Coin98, the scan QR with the BP20 or ERC20 or Tron, is actually off-ramping solutions that we right now we are implement with different countries. For now, the QR payments we already did is in Philippines and Vietnam. That user that can deposit stablecoin and just scanned in the local countries like Vietnam with the Viet QR or PH QR PH in Philippines, and just spend it like fiat, and the user or the merchants that accept, they will receive fiat, their local currencies, where you are spending crypto, and inside the conversions will done by KazePay.
Awesome.
So this is one of the adoptions that we trying to build in the Southeast Asia markets and also Latin markets in the futures. So let's imagine if you are a foreigner, you come to Southeast Asia like Thailand, like Indonesia or Vietnam, you can't apply a bank account because you are tourism, but you are a nomad. You stay here for 3 months. How gonna spend it? Because most of the merchants in local, especially Southeast Asia, they're using QR payments. In Malaysia, we use Do It Now. In Singapore, we use Pay Now. Okay, in Thailand, we use PromptPay, right? So if you are a nomad or a foreigner using a KazePay and you have a cryptocurrencies in your wallet without off rampings in any ways or P2P or selling your stablecoin, finding the locals people, maybe you have some maybe a scamming risk. I think KazePay is one of the adoptions that they can help you.
Sounds good.
And this,
But
you
yeah.
know, to apply a card.
Oh, okay. Meaning to say, if you want to use this payment conveniency in Vietnam and Philippines, right?
Yep.
So we just need to top up to the to Case Pay. We don't
Yep.
need to like top up physically to the card, right? So we can spend it right away.
Yes, just click deposit and click scan.
Cool.
That's it.
Awesome. But what's the fees like? Is there any kind of platform fees?
Uh, there will have forex fees,
I
which
see.
is around 1 to 3%.
Yeah,
It's better than you convert the fiat to the local currencies, which is I still compare. If you are doing the money changer in the airport, at least 8%. But
yeah.
if you go to others ways, they're at least 5%.
I
It's
see.
still convenience, and you might takes times, and you using case pay is instant.
Yep. You don't have to like travel to the money exchange to do it, right? Cool,
Yes.
awesome. So how about like how much are you selling for the virtual cards and the physical cards?
For now, in total, we're selling the price. You means order the card price, right?
Yeah, that's right.
If you let's see K Star, when you click continue, the price will be $49 and $25, and
Uh-huh.
there will be a very transparent recharge fees. Which if you pay 49, you will get a 1.8%. If you pay for $25, we'll charge 2.2%.
Hmm.
So it depends on your side.
I
So
see.
you every authorizations, cross borders, we will key in here. Yeah, you can
All right.
see in the questions mark here. So let's say if you want to get a high privacy, is one exclusive products in our platforms.
Mhm.
The price will be highest, even higher than a physical cards. Is a $149, which
Mhm.
is the recharge fee is 3%.
Cool.
Okay, so others will be the similars, because we make it standard price. But one things that we can provide, but we didn't mention out, if some people when they trying to use our product, focus on certain scenario where the scenario fail, we might give you a changes, have a chance to give you another cards to try.
Awesome.
Yep.
Understand.
I think this is one of the benefit that as a aggregators will be better than all only one product in the market right now.
All right. Okay. So we have seen your product market fit. We have seen how does it work. So overall, I think I find it like really convenient, and the user UI is pretty friendly as well. But
Yep.
let's talk about some builder insights. Um, what how do you view, right, to see whether you want to build or integrate a certain chain, like as a builder, because maybe this business model right here is not too much of a DeFi native, right? So would there be any consideration for you to decide what kind of chain you would like to integrate next? Like for say you mentioned that Pulse chain is also in the queue list. So
Yep.
um, aside from that, like before you adding Pulse chain to the list, what makes you want to add a certain chain? Like what are the things that you view?
Mm, adding a certain change for me is user adoptions come first for me, which means we do have some of the very new layer one blockchain that's trying to integrate, asking us to integrate, but uh, every developers they have only two hands, right? So it's very limited resources on the dev side. So we need to consider the user adoptions. Let's say if the Trump stablecoin USD1, they will come up with a very huge adoption in US markets. So we might integrate USD1, become our priorities.
Hmm,
So this is one of the considerations that we when we want to do that.
I see.
Second is the community base. If let's say we close with pulse change communities, and I feel that the pulse chain community is very uh, happenings and very passionate for buildings, and this makes us like I want to get into that part, and you can feel the vibes there, and you can start from the people who appreciate what you build. So one is the adoption is easily to acquire user, another is the community's um, passions acquire. So Asian is maxi of pulse chain. So
Foolish.
he's bullish on pulse chain as well. So when when Asian talk to me that, hey, is there any chance to implement or integrate pulse chains in KazePay? I say, uh, yeah, probably. But when when he come up with, you know uh every events with power chains, and I starting to see, the community is quite legit and passionate for building those stuff. Even in Asian, is not really mass adoption about power change, honestly. But this community circles still growing. Even they're building on everything's a Pulse Asian TV. This all those stuff is the passions. I didn't pay anything, but the value is growing together. So this is the what we want to see in the future, or this is what we want to see in the industry. We help each other, we value each other's. That's the things. So that's the reasons.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think this is the kind of drive that we see with people who are passionate in the space, right? We have been around. I think you have been around a few years longer than me in the space, but we have all been um, taken good profits and also taken some hits, right? We have been through ups and downs like a roller coaster, so the
Yep.
volatility is there, and ultimately, when it comes to builder mindset, right, what we really want is like what you said. Instead of living in a fear where we have a one lump sum of money and it could just pop, just gone one day, we need to build something that can generate like a revenue stream, like a passive income kind of thing, right? So I think this is one drives us pushing forward. Aside from that, we are doing this because we want to grow the industry. We want to shape a healthier industry, right? To provide a better solution with better security and a much more convenient way for users. So on top of that, like what Ben has mentioned, Pulse Chain is honestly quite undervalued among APAC, right? Among Asia, it's the truth. So um, Pulse Chain has one of the loudest community, but it's not an Asian yet. Mostly it's in the Western. So that's Pulse Chain because it started from Hex and the founder Richard Hart that leads a good way, a legendary visionary guy in the industry. So I still remember during the early days where I just bought Hex and I like asked Dan, hey, how do you build this? I still remember it clearly, right? So, but there's too many projects out there in the space, so we have
Yep.
to always build projects with a good research, DYOR, right? So this is how we can minimize the loss and potentially maximizing uh, whichever every single dollar that we put in something that we believe. Yeah. So, how do you view the current market right now, Ben?
Uh, I feel that is a very good timing to build. You know,
Ah,
when
I like
people
that.
when people FOMO, you always think that which meme coin I need to buy with 100x and I get rich and I can do my financial freedoms. When the hype is there, nobody have times to build. They're always there, full of time to watching chart, seeing memes, seeing the narrative, seeing the anything that in seconds, buy in, sell out, and get a lot of money. So scam anything. But when the markets are coming to become cooler, so yeah, people they say, they want to leave, they want to exit, the bear market is coming. when this when this story come, when this narrative come, this best time to calm us down. And some people they're starting to lose money, by all-time high. They're starting to feel that, I maybe I can't survive because I don't have any income. So they're starting to find work. So this is the best time you can, in Chinese we call chao di, buy the
Buy the
dip.
deep. Yeah.
Yes, we buy the dip for the talents, buy the dip for the people that we can use them. Probably you can't pay too high when the times is going to all time high. You can pay the best rate that, this is my offers. Do you want? Of course. If I get a job, I appreciate that. Yes, good. I want you. So this is the best time to build and find the good people to build together. So in this stage, I'm in fundraise. Honestly, most of the people say this is not a good time for fundraise. That always didn't have a good time to fundraise. I'll tell you, until you build a good product, people willing to support you. You have your own bull markets instead of the big trend. If even the trend is going down, if your product is going up, this is a bull market in your era. So don't they always have no best time to do fundraise. This is my best advice, that don't, if you are trying to do building something, you're doing fundraise, you need to keep building. In bear markets I starting KazePay, in bull markets I starting KazePay, I building KazePay, and I fundraise in bear market. People don't, they don't bother you. But When the bull market come, oh, KazePay is there. Can I invest in KazePay? Oh, no, the valuation is growing because we when the bear markets come, some people they trust us, right? Like Asian, okay, they support some, okay, for supporting some things. That's a very important contribute. I mean, contribute a lot of trust, sharing the connections between your friends and families. Let people knows more about KazePay. This is very important, especially when I build some things, when I kickstart some things.
Yeah.
So this market is a very good time to build. And today, the micro sailors they're sharing the experience that um, this this time is not that worse as few years before. And when they're buying Bitcoin last time, they dropped 80% of in the market from 2020 when he purchased Bitcoin. So this time they are not dropped even 80%, which means the market is starting to become more matured. Matured. So uh, not many big players. I mean, not many big uh, people to buying Bitcoin or crypto in this industry, because the people who don't believe in crypto, they don't enter crypto. People who enter the industry, they're already there. So the volatile is starting to coming small, and this time the big players coming. So there is a good sign, which means the next decade or the next trend will become more matured. Instead of the regulations or everything, there will be more big funds invest in crypto industry, included real assets, etc. So that's the time we can build right now.
So the best time to start is always now, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Execution. Action speaks louder than words. So it's all about consistency where we keep on showing up. So that's how we build trust and reputation, right? Like being around, show up. Because a lot of times I think that if we always decide to, just do something and then like give up halfway, you're not going to break through and achieve greater heights. So
Yep.
I think what Ben shared was really important also for everyone who are struggling right now. You could be down in your backs, but um, ultimately, we as the builders in the space, investor in the space, we have a strong belief that in the next 10 years down the road, this industry is definitely going to grow like much bigger, right? So basically, I think, how would you categorize KazePay in this scene? Is it like under the real world asset business categories or anything?
For case pay is under the payments, or you can say pay fi in the category.
Yeah.
But in case fi, which is the mother companies of case pay, we are targeting to become the one of the real assets companies that I can share to you here. You can see
Sure.
the okay. So CaseFi. CaseFi is our mother companies that what I'm building, and most of our partners like SFT Labs, CryptoBellies, Chainlink, GatePay, Amper FinTech. They're all supporting us, and we have eh? So we have the most batters that we want to build is not only a crypto cards, not only a crypto wallets, and also real world assets. But the real world asset that we're targeting is real world revenue, which is whichever the real world that can bring revenue to us, we will tokenize it, and we will give the benefit through our believer. So which means we are not really get into some heavy assets like properties for long-term asset gain, but we will trying to tokenize like invoice financing, like the short terms debts, like 1 month, 2 months, they can give us like 5%, 10% of the yield annually, that we are targeting. targeting that, bringing value from crypto to real world and bringing value from real world back to crypto. This is what we are trying to do for the CazePay side. So will be our next, after this fundraising, we will utilize 20% for the innovations for building this stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds good. That's a
So
big,
you guys
ambitious.
can, yeah, you guys can just log in casefy.com and just see what we are trying to do.
Nice. All right. What else surprise or some insights alphas that you can share?
Okay, this is very very new info that I just came back on this afternoons, and I have group meeting. It's an internal meeting with a local blockchain community we call Access Blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Access Blockchain is connected industry, between industry and government. Like in Malaysia, we call have MDEC, we have Bank Negara Malaysia, we have Minister Digital of Minister, etc. So when some things they want to bring, go through um, the what we call framework. Before the framework come out, we always wait. I give you an example that right now we have the finfluencer, the finfluencer, fintech influencer.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
they get starting to uh, the government starting to targeting them, not sharing any illegal products in social medias. We call finfluencer. Okay, but when the laws come out, people are starting to say, "Hey, why the laws coming like that?" Because I am sharing some education for financial informations, but why I get sued? Why I have the chance to get into the jail? Because when the framework haven't kickstart, you don't say some things. You just keep it low profile. You don't. I saying the Cantonese not good word. You don't deal the governments. You don't fuck the governments that, oh, we are coming from some we need some ideas. Give some ideas from the industry. Tell us more about what is influencer, how to make the framework that, but nobody care until the framework come out. People starting to realize I need to care because the frameworks already come. But when you want to change the framework, it's more way harder than when the frameworks come out. So what we discussed today is we trying to come up with some frameworks with uh, with some ideas that how the use case that can bring to the local government, bring benefits, and how to mix. It's not that conflict of interest between DeFi and CeFi or TradeFi. How to match it together and how to bring value instead of bring more set high risky things, those stuff on chain. So we need to do those dirty works right now. CazePay is also as a founders of CazePay. Okay, so we linked that of CazePay, but we are contributing, go through access and bring try to send some framework structures, the frameworks that we're trying to we wish to get the first mover advantage in Malaysia. And also, if you can structure some industry framework so you can see the futures, this is what we want, and we need to shout out before the framework come out. So this is very important that the news that hopefully CazePay that can become the first or the first 5 or 3 to 5 legal or entities in local in Malaysia.
So it's like a sandbox.
Yeah, before the sandbox.
Cool.
We need
Okay.
to
Yeah, I think
structure
I
the
saw.
sandbox
I,
framework.
I
Yeah.
think this is what you was trying to say is like those financial influencer in the space, right? They have been sharing a lot of whether it's traditional finance or whether it's like crypto finance, right? So these are the influencers being targeted, right? They are afraid that they could be like misspreaded or highly risky, non-regulated uh, exposures to different financial assets, whether it's in the world of Web2 or Web3, right? So I think it's good that getting aligned with that, because ultimately for the business nature of KazePay, you are more like a crypto payment solution business right there. So being aligned and assisting on the framework, getting the first-hand information is definitely something that could help to
Yeah,
decide what goes next. Yeah.
I would say the frameworks is always like cut from the very traditional, very that's not very friendly they, when they come from, because uh, the regulations always looking safety instead of innovations. So the few years before, we if we starting for those innovations is difficult. But right now, when Trump's come out and say crypto, blockchain, tokenize, so every people or every governments they're starting to realize this innovation is very important. So in this case, the framework will starting to more flexibilities, will give us more flexibilities, but it's still way far harder that you think that you want to innovate some things. Let's say you can't say I want purely DeFi. The DeFi is the futures to the government, to the regulators. So you need to say, oh, I know DeFi is very important, but this is come up with the traditional framework. That's the things how and why. There's the then and between these you need to move forward first. So I would say as an industry movers, I would like to build some things use case. If you are a builders or you are the startup founders, please try to do some things. Don't think about regulation first. I would say don't think about regulation first, but don't do bad things because all on chain traceability. But do it in other countries which already have the framework or they haven't have any framework. You do that first in different countries, and when the time is the correct
Right.
times there,
Yeah.
you just apply it and you can make it the proof use case.
Yeah. I think in a lot of angles to view things, right? What people really want is having a good reference and having a good traction of records, and knowing that we are all out here with a good intention. So that is a the non-flaggy part. Yeah, when we want to view on anything, right? So
Okay.
again, I think KazePay is taking a lead on there. And what about the few other projects that is going through? What are their business nature that you know of?
You
You
mean
mean like, okay? So basically, you say that there's a few other uh, companies, right? Is being the frontliner
mhm.
to be the first mover advantage. So aside from KazePay, who else is there? Wha-
We do have the founder of the first Malaysia stablecoin,
Ah,
Blocks.
nice. Okay.
Okay, Ethan, and also one of the projects that I might not mention, but maybe will in the few 2 days.
Cool.
Have you enter as well? I'm not sure.
No.
I is a layer one blockchain, but there was building a government standard blockchain.
Ah,
Okay,
okay.
they are trying to do is a protocol, but I can't say the name first until the announcements come
I
out.
see.
And also some peer-to-peer, um, some peer-to-peer real world assets tokenization in Malaysia that I haven't get licensed yet, but they already built a framework they're trying to do. So the name is Peer Hive. The founder is there as well. So they have like few traditional companies founders, which is very big players in the industry as well. So we are trying to do some things. Of course, still is open, but people don't really want to do the dirty works, which is It takes a lot of time, contribute a lot of things, and you will you will separate your don't have the focus in your companies. But if you want to build something bigger on top of your companies, maybe you need to work more harder to contribute that time. So this is what we are doing right now.
Yeah. So one thing that I've learned being a startup and being an entrepreneur, whether it's in traditional or in the world, so I think getting to know everything from you don't have to know perfectly fine, right? But at least you get started, right?
Yeah.
You liaise with tech, you liaise with strategic partners, you liaise with different departments in order to grow whatever that you want to grow better. So that's a very good journey where we can and discover, right,
Yep.
how much could we break through, how much could we achieve down the road. So this is life. It applies not only to the crypto founders but also in the traditional world. It applies in everything that you do in your life, in your career. So it's best that we get started instead of just always staying at the sideline watching and then like eating popcorns, right? I
Yeah.
think
And
I think we need the
and
drive in everybody.
and
Yeah.
if you are not a big you are not brave enough, or you are very, we call coward, yeah, we cannot say coward, but if you don't dare
Shy.
to,
Yeah. Someone that are shy.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you don't dare to build some things, to take risks, you can learn something to support, learn something by yourself, like learn AI, learn smart contract, etc., or build the communities, and you can contribute yourself with some startup, and finally maybe you can become the founding teams without getting any risk as well. This is one
Yeah.
another
That's
way.
true. That's true.
And if you are the founders, there's always balancing between changing and also assisting to consistently to do some things. Let's say one of the founders I met called Manta is a layer 2 blockchain that invested by Binance. And when he's starting Manta is a layer 2, but it's very tough that time. But the layer 2 that time is only have few layer 2, but right now it's few thousands layer 2s. So how can we compete with other layer 2s? So
Mhm.
now they change their directions, positions, become a web3 applications platforms. They're starting to support some web3 application stuff, like super fortunes, like junk dot funds. They build some things instead of layer 2. But this, when they switch it, it's very hard to see. You see, the founders already changed their way. But if you don't start first, you don't know what's the things you want to change and what's the things you don't want to change. It may, you need to build the layer 1, maybe like Ethereum, like Solana. They keep consistently building a layer 1. But this is always the balance between, hey, it's time to change, hey, it's time to keep going on. So it's always struggle between the founders, in my mind. Oh, give up and change another way to do build some things, or no, don't, keep going on. But this don't but end of the day, you are not trying to follow the trend, because I see most of the founders, they, when they see the trends going to uh, memes, so they change to meme. When the session going to pay X402, they go into 402. No people will trust them, right? Because they keep switching. So you need to get the balance. But this I can't teach you because I
Consistency
still learning.
that align with your the vision, right?
Yes, yes.
Mm.
As long as the visions, let's say CaseFi is building a bank fi layer 0 bank fi infrastructures, but for now I'm doing a payments. You see, these very totally different things. But slowly, when you build some things, the loyalty user there, the fundamentals there, you can starting to build A and B and C and D. So this is very important for us. But people probably will give up when they come out with 3 years for building a payments company.
Yeah, I think people often give up when they face like challenges that they think that they couldn't overcome, and they will also give up when they think that the market is so bad and they are not getting any traction or getting any good sales, right? So
Yep.
yeah, we've seen that a lot. There are too many projects like that out there. So we truly appreciate like builders who are still passionate and still staying through whether it's a good or down times and still trying to find a way to break through like what you mentioned. Like we always have a struggle between, oh, what should I do next? How can I make it better? Right? How can I do something and can get good traction and then grow exponentially? So
Yep.
things are not built in a day. It takes time. We improve throughout the way. So yeah, I think that's a very good session right there we have with Ben. So before we get into the closing part, just want to let all the audience know that always do your own research, and also a disclaimer right here that we are not shilling and we are not paid to do any promotion or any financial assets right there. So this is more like a educative content and actual crypto journey sharing, and from builder itself, the founder of KazePay itself, like being a startup, being an entrepreneur in the space, what it feels like. Yeah, so we all start somewhere. So you could be starting now, you could be starting somewhere in the future, or you already have started. So last but not least, again, I would like to say thank you to Mr. Ben for joining us on this live stream, episode 5. And let's hear your last piece of advice for our audience. Yeah.
Uh, I think the most important for our audience is I have no advice because not financial advice, right? So if the best thing is you want to do is build some things you are passionate in, especially Web3. Build it, but don't forget to think survive yourself, which is um don't act like a what we call 土豪. You means people thinks that you are really rich in the these bull markets, but you're gonna fall down. Like Machi that lost $20 million in being buying I mean trading the futures on chain, and also the some of the meme coin traders that earn 10 millions and they're going to zero in within 1 week. So don't be humble. I mean this will be the good advice. Be humble, stay patient, and control yourself every time. Remind, don't think that you are the one who built this industry and you get 100x, because this is the trend that pushing you up to become that. There's not your there's not your work, that there's not the things that you get it is for you just follow the trends and had a little bit of what luck, and also
Happen to
you
be there.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you happen to be there, and then you made the right decision, you took the action, and then you get it. So it's totally different. When you get something right, a lot of people make money throughout the world, and but how many actually manage to keep it? How many actually manage to spend it wisely, right? So that is another kind of wisdom that we all need to always remind ourselves, right? You can
Yeah.
be making money now, or you have if you are at loss, it's okay, right? Zoom out. Everything in life, there's always ups and downs. So ultimately, just don't overdo it yourself, right?
Yeah.
Stay safe, stay safu,
They
right?
suffer.
So that- yeah,
And because stay humble, and if you think it's time to take a rest, and if you think that you want to give I mean in this industry you already keep seeing everything, don't keep chasing money. Stay a little bit, treat yourself better using case pay, spend it. instead
All
of
right.
buying,
So
you
that's a
know.
good chilling right there.
I mean, one story that I see in Twitter today that, oh, today I spent 30K, 30K US dollars, which is $10 of my breakfast, $10 of my dinners, and the rest of it is uh, drawdown of Ethereum. So which means you spend a lot for investing, but end of the day you need to spend, right? So think about KazePay, spend crypto with ease.
All right. So once again, on behalf of Pulse Asian TV's host, me myself, Asian on Pulse, and also MacB Crypto, he wasn't here today, but he's gonna be around somewhere in the future when things are much more settled. So I would also like to encourage people to always look out for, if you have the ability to look out for people, try to contribute a bit, right? And like what Ben has mentioned also, if you really want to get involved in the project, a startup or whatever project in the space, try to take a little bit more initiative to contribute also. You'll learn a lot throughout the way, right?
Mm,
So as a community, we come as community to contribute, as a team to contribute. There is a team contribution right there. So there's a lot in the space, but if you want, if you have the belief to do something and the aim of what you want to achieve, just get started, and then along the way you will get to practice makes perfect. So
yep.
yeah, once again, thank you, Mr. Ben Chong, founder of KazePay. We would like
Asian.
to see you again in the next session, maybe somewhere in the future, with better and more massive news right there. Okay.
See you. Thanks.
Right.
Thanks, Asian. Thanks, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for
All
watching.
right. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.